Hello everybody, how are we doing? Who do we have here today? Who's in the chat? Cons, welcome. Christopher Hall, welcome. Edwin, welcome. Jim, welcome. Digidrum, welcome. Griff, welcome. TBR, Nicholas, hello everybody. Alright, BH, hello everyone else who's going to say hi since then. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you've hit that like button, and then we will get started with the stream. Nice trim. Yeah, needed a haircut. It was a long overdue haircut, so been out today, got a bit of Christmas prep done, got a haircut, did other stuff. And yeah, kind of settling into not holiday mode, but just a little bit more of a relaxing, not trading as well, not kind of no more day trading for me now. I think probably until end of year, but still taking little scalp trades here and there, position trades when we have the opportunities. Yeah, and just when there's an opportunity there, we'll see if there's a little trade to be had, but a little bit more relaxed. Alright, so I guess we can have a look at Bitcoin to begin with. So if anyone watched the update earlier, this is the only thing that's really happened today, was just the sweep of the internal lows, which is what I said I wanted to see, to be honest. So we'd had previously, we had the move down last week, then we had the rotation up to value area high, started to get caught up here after it filled in all of this move down. You had golden pocket there as well. So there was everything kind of lining up with confluence, and unable to break higher after the ledger FUD, which was the back test of the point of control, and then we really should have seen that launch from that point. And when it started to fail and started to roll over, it was at this point on Friday afternoon, getting out of those long positions and just allowing a bit of a bleed over the weekend coming into today. It made me like neutral / bearish for the short term until basically we found some liquidity, hit some liquidations, did that kind of thing, and that's exactly what's happened today. So I think continuation of what we've been seeing recently, which for me is either we want to see POC flipped into support and then we start to fill out this area once again here. We can be looking back up towards about that 43,500 to 44k area. Or we fail here, roll over, we take out that previous week open, we take out that previous week low, and we start to look at liquidity below that 40k level, which is going to be very important moving forward. So yeah, this zone here really, 41,800 to 42k, critical, got to flip that, but in order to flip that we need to get some volume. Don't really have any volume right now, so if this just continues just to grind, it's just going to be another one of those things where it just ends up rolling over and we end up making lower prices. Now, something that happened just before the stream started was on Coinbase, we had, it wasn't very much, a bit of a wick, So this is on spot, but there was a big Bitcoin sell, only big, 150 Bitcoin sold at market, which seemed to immediately just give a little bit of momentum to the upside. So is that going to be what we can get, that just decent volume? And since then we've seen this volume start to pick up. So whether this is some kind of, I don't know, something going on, sell spot, long perps, no, it'll be the other way around. So I don't know. But anyway, there was a big sell here that seems to have given us a little bit of momentum coming back up into that point of control. So let's see if we can reach that, basically. Other than that, yeah, there's not been a huge deal going on. So it was the SFP earlier on of local lows, value area low holding, change of market structure, single print, 1 hour, gap. Okay, you're back testing into that, and then you're looking for continuation higher. So a very, very, very straightforward market structure type of play. So you have your downtrend, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, break. What happens? A little bit of an impulse creates a gap, test into it, and then you're looking for higher. So essentially, I mean, yeah, 41,800 would be, I mean, that's kind of the extent of what you'd want to see from this, just taking out that high, continuing this move, and then let's see if we can get that move up towards these higher targets again later on. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Daily, weekly open hasn't really done a whole lot today, so it's not like been a reactive level, so nothing too important there. And yeah, if we're looking on Woo, because obviously this missed a lot of the volume from the first move down that we had last week, we still have that point of control in this low volume area that we are looking to get filled. So that's it really. Any questions on Bitcoin? Anyone want me to look at some altcoins? If we look at the NASDAQ, it's just continuing to push higher, all-time highs again today. So this will be the first time. Will it be the first time closing above? I think Friday did actually close above, because we hit that all-time high last week. Yeah, Friday it closed above. But getting that continuation again here on the NASDAQ. ES also looks like it's, I mean, so NASDAQ hit all-time high during the stream last week, right? Are we gonna get ES hitting all-time high during the stream this week? Is that gonna happen? Maybe not. Maybe not today. But yeah, all-time highs on the ES approaching. All-time highs on the NASDAQ way beyond. So, I mean, I'll put that there, but that's just another all-time high, right? This is the one I actually shorted. Went really well. And then, yeah. Edwin, do you reckon alt season is ending, just the strong ones remaining up? No, not at all. I mean, I wouldn't even say we're in an alt season. I would say we're in a Solana season and a repricing of alts. It's not really an alt season. Ethereum's not doing anything. So, and if you look at Bitcoin dominance, right, over on the daily, it's not an alt season. So what we're getting at the moment is just everything just doing this. Like, whoops, what have I done? Lost my chart. There we go. Everything at the moment is just like up, has a fairly deep correction, up again, corrects, up, corrects, up, corrects. There's not a lot that's really going parabolic. It's just pretty chill up and down. So you just got to know when to get in and out of stuff and not hold positions for too long. But yeah, certainly not in any alt season yet. Ethereum's a long way off of that. And I think this just means that, I think maybe what you're saying, the strong ones remaining up, yeah, possibly, because you've got to be quite selective of which assets you are choosing, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Ethereum's still like chilling down here. I still think Ethereum's going to get a bit of a move. Still managing to hold on to what is important support. Actually, this is a daily candle. Like if this closes, because remember we've got this anchored VWAP down here, we've got this 0.5, and this is the second time dropping into this area of support, the second test of what's really, really important support here, and value area low. So actually on Ethereum, it's looking, yeah, I mean, consolidation below the VWAP. If it can hold here, then everything looks okay. How often do you change your trading strategies? I don't really change them. I don't really change them like ever. I just trade repeating things. I have quite a few different strategies that I trade, depending on the conditions. And I'm always trying to look for new things, but I don't really change anything. Edwin, yes. I mean, it was the weekend. You did, like, if I'm coming into just like I always feel like weird explaining like what my positions are, but like just assume like it's a weekend. It's very unlikely I'm going to be holding positions over a weekend, especially in a holiday season. Especially like spot positions, I'm fine. Like nothing's changed on those. But when we're talking like leveraged positions, it's highly unlikely I'll be holding ones. Or ones that I am holding is just going to be a stop to break even and just allow it to do what it does. So, and that's if they're like profitable. So yeah, no new positions this week so far. Maybe we can find some. I did update. Actually, Edwin, it was you that asked. I did update about this on Friday. I said I was going flat on Friday, and by like flat I just mean out of leverage, out of anything that's kind of giving any risk to my trading portfolio. Slash fire film. Stop saying it's Casper style. I need to speed my treadmill up, and I need to put the aircon on. Every time anyone mentions the treadmill, I'm then like, oh, actually, I'm a bit warm, and I haven't got the AC on because it's winter, and I've instead got the heating on, and I'm going to overheat and start sweating, and no one wants to see sweaty armpits, so back in a sec. The lovely thing about the AC here is I turn it down to a brisk 16 degrees and put it on boost, and it just creates a nice whirlwind of breeze around me. It was on 22, which is a little bit too warm. Okay. Are you looking for a possible harmonic towards 44.7? Alright, let's have a look at this and then we'll go into the altcoins. Possible harmonic. I don't know what harmonic. I'm not good with harmonics. I'm not good with harmonics. Actually, just out of interest, there's always a harmonic. I think that's the thing. It's like harmonics and 382. Right, okay. Let me get out my harmonic sheets because I can never ever remember this. Harmonics. I think, can I draw this as a shark? A shark would be really, really bearish. Should I give you a bearish scenario? Because you can do a shark, because I like sharks. You can go like X A, because sharks can have this shallow like 382, right? So there's your 382. And then you want to go to the 1.13 or the 1.618 or somewhere between that. So you could just come up like up here, and then you're looking for 886 to 1.13. So I mean, it could just come down to the POC of this. We could be looking at like something like this afterwards, or we could look to take all of this out and come somewhere down here. and then you can get like some like harmonic that looks a little bit like that. And you could even extend this up here. So who knows? There's one. That's a harmonic. I like the ones that are a bit more extreme like that. Can you see the sheet, please? I don't want to say what the harmonic sheet I use is because it's embarrassing. Maybe we need to make our. We do have our own branded harmonic sheet actually. We do. but the one I use, everyone's gonna like laugh. The one I use is this one. TA with Mitch Ray harmonic sheet. It's just clean. I just use that one. Forget whose name it is. Harmonics, everyone knows what they are. But I just have that saved on my desktop, and if I need to just quickly reference one, I'm just like, okay, that looks cool to me. So, yeah. So LUNC, WLD, Lena. Okay, we'll have a look at some of those. Those aren't ones I trade. So then my positions are by a bit small, but when they move I brush up some profits and let the rest go like swing traders. See what they do. Yeah. I think that's a good way to do it. Like, take profits when you hit trades, make sure you've got a target, make sure you've got an invalidation. If you get invalidated, get stopped. And sometimes just leave the rest to run. That's the thing, like the only positions I'll have are just left as runners now. So I've got FTT short. I can show these are the ones that I'm still left in. So FTT short, I've barely any position left on this because I've already closed out the majority of it. But because it's not come to target, and I quite like the idea of just shorting FTT for as far as it can go, and it was a really nice entry. FTT short is still there, and long, still in a big time long, and let me wait for my charts to load. Yeah, it's just okay. Look, it's just ETH, BTC, FTT, small amounts of what I had trades that I'd opened last week. Looking to short the BTC POC. CME fill POC. Huh? Oh, we got this. Yeah, we got this one. Yeah, maybe. Like I say, not really day trading at the moment, and because we're still in an uptrend, I don't really want to have shorts that I'm holding overnight or anything like that. So for myself, like, I know it's kind of boring, but I'm not here trying to catch every trade. I'm here to give like ideas and examples of what trades I see. Like, for example, today I saw that we'd likely get a reaction off of the internal low and get a decent bounce there. I mean, if we look at, like, watch the video this morning, this is just exactly what I said would happen. but yeah, I still think a little bit more downside, but I'm not trading these small moves right now. So although I'm saying that stuff like that will happen, if I've got to go out, like today I was out for most of the day, had a load of stuff to sort out. Tomorrow I'm out all day, and then I'm not back until Wednesday evening. We're off to have our little team get together. Going to see the footy. off to watch the football, off to yeah, and yeah, then I'll be back Wednesday evening. So I'm not wanting to hold trades, but what I will do is just try and share as much as I can about what's going on, so that if anyone is still glued to a computer, then you have a decent understanding of what might be going on. So no, I probably won't short this. I could say I would, but I'm not going to. And but if we do get that drop down that does take us to 38,800 to 38k, that's where I'll be really interested in loading up. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm not bothered. Yeah, if it doesn't happen, then it means more upside, right? It means price is going to go up more. So I've got plenty of long exposure. And if it goes down more, then I can add to that. So I'm pretty relaxed right now. When I say long exposure, I mean spot exposure. Everything's too complicated to explain sometimes. But yeah, you know kind of the idea. If we are to get a bigger flush, if this comes down here, I'll get fairly greedy on buying that fear. Do you still hold HIP? Yeah, I do. Who shilled HIP to me last week? I do hold HIP. I saw this on my wallet over the weekend and I was like, what is that? And then I remembered, did I save this on here? HIP. Yeah, that was a terrible decision. Who shilled me HIP? Who did that? I thought it looked good. How much HIP? Luckily I didn't buy very much of it. I only bought $1,000, didn't I? Because we saw the chart move. Because this was last first pints on cake. Yes, thank you, cake. Wait. You've just thank you for the £5. 5 English pounds tip, cake. So does that mean that first pint is on you, or are you tipping me so that then the first pint will be on me, but then it's technically on you because you've just tipped me £5? Either way, first pint should definitely be on me because Cake's been smashing it recently. You exchange the funds. Yeah, I'll don't worry, Cake. I'll return the favour. Thank you very much for the £5 tip. Yeah, oh my god. So who was it that did this, right? Look, someone last week made me buy like $1,000 worth of this shitcoin, and we saw it move. It was here, wasn't it? This was me. I think this was my purchase. Because if we look at the volume, yeah, I bought like a few billion hips, whatever the hell that is, and now I'm underwater. Thank you, whoever did that. This actually might have come back to the POC, so yay. El Hippo. Oh. What do you think of CRV? Alright, there's some others that people were asking about. LUNC, Luna Classic. Yeah, piece of shit. Trade, like, dump it to zero. Like, honestly, what? Like, where else is this going to go? It's obviously going to zero. It's just like when, right? I don't see why you'd trade this right now. Yeah, it's at a 4-hour AB. This is like FTT, because this is why I'm still holding a short on FTT, because it's going to go to zero. Surely, right? I don't know. I don't have anything to say on a token that's like just EMAs lost to 21, coming down towards the 50. You'd say like, okay, there's better support like lower down here, like whatever that is, 12,000 sats. I don't want to chart Lunar Classic. I'm not charting Lunar Classic anymore. That's enough. It's a piece of shit. It's gonna go much lower. If you want to trade it, fine. I mean, yeah, you're looking at a potential 100% range, so I get it. But I understand, I guess, where some people might be coming from, but I would have to chart this probably on still in a downtrend. I don't know. I'd have to chart it properly. Sorry. ATEC. Don't tell me about another with 1000x potential, because someone told me that about the stupid Hippo token, and that hasn't gone very well so far. And Hippo made me laugh, so I bought it. ATEC sounds too serious. Let's have a look there. ATEC. Solidus AI Tech. First thing I'll say, website looks like really ridiculously stupid. It's just like flashy. This is this AI tech. Is that, yeah, it is AI tech. Okay, fine. That makes sense. It's just like this website's just so over the top, right? So here's our future AI platform. Founders look like come on, do you really think a guy like does that look like a guy that's developing AI technology? No. He looks like, would you trust a guy that looks like that to be a geek developing AI? I don't know. A natural overachiever holds himself exceptionally high standards in every aspect of his life. This sounds like a fucking scam, and look, it's made me go all like blurred. I'm not buying this. Why am I blurry? Where's my face gone? Ah! Camera. They're hacking me now. Come on, whoever just recommended this AI tech, have a look at this guy's bio. He sounds like a complete idiot. Oh, I'm a high achiever. Focusing in property, real estate, and fine art. What is going on with this camera? There we go, I'm back. Anyway, having said that, right, you never know. That's just my initial impression of that project. It looks scammy as anything to me. What's moving today? Woo's up again. So Woo's had a nice little back test. So that was a real good trade that we had recently on Woo. Back testing a previous high, getting a decent bounce off of that. Nice lows taken, immediate recovery. So you're now, so we're within this like 1 hour little gap here with the 1 hour AB just above it. $618. Target for profit taken regarding the BTC long today yet? Yeah, PAC. If you're looking at like, you've really got to think like how you're trading this, because if you were long Bitcoin off of that sweep of the lows earlier on, right? Like honestly, it shouldn't really be one that's even still being held for them. I don't know, because if I just taken, okay, look, this is an internal low, and you're in a downtrend, your take profit would have been like just taking out that high. So you've got to know like the time frame that you're doing this on. This is a very low time frame. If it goes up to the POC, great. If it continues higher than that, then great. But yeah, there certainly should have been a take profit within this a long time ago. This happened like this morning, and you're like, essentially you cannot expect a trade that's only taken an internal low to be a swing trade. So if there's been no take profit on that, then there really should have been. And I think that's like what is a danger with markets like this. And I think this is what happened with people trying to short all the way up here. Like, yeah, it's fine to take little SFP shorts and to do all of that, but you've got to respect the market structure. And currently we're still in this, okay, like, yes, technically we had a low, then a high, then a low, and this has changed. But this is still fairly corrective at this stage, and you do need to be taking profits on this quickly. So if there's a trade that happened here, and it's a very small move, you shouldn't, it's a little bit dangerous to be trying to hold that for new highs. So just be aware of that if you are trading like that. Yeah, pay yourself on trades. Don't hold them for too long, unless like they run away. It depends what kind of trade you want, but I don't see. Do I see a situation here where you could hold a swing trade to new highs? I mean, maybe. Maybe when it back tested here, you could be looking for like, there's your validation at the low. I don't know. And then, but even then, you're just, yeah, you're looking at the POC. You got to break the POC. No worries. I don't mean to come across as like, I don't know, abrasive when I'm talking about like points of like targets for trades and what would be my target for something like this, but I've just got to be realistic, and each trade is each person's. This earlier on, and it's the fact that I didn't like, I'm giving ideas for your brain to make your own choices on. I don't, yeah, you get the idea. I want to find like some nice setups on The 4 hour. It's a little challenge for us again. Because no one seems to really be trading right now. I've not really seen much. Oh, there's definitely opportunities out there. Like algo. You just see stuff like this and you've got this range. You got pretty equal lows there. Sweep those. And then you've got, oh man, there really has been opportunity today. So just, we're seeing this repeat quite a lot. So you've got these equal lows. And again, like I'm saying this from a little bit of a hindsight perspective, but quite a nice range going on. Okay, you can see lows, highs, fairly even. Even this one back here is pretty much just a range that this is trading in. And the nice thing about this today, okay, you've come down, you swept the lows, deviation below, right? You've had a decent bounce. What's happened subsequently to that is, and this is, you'll see this a lot, pick a time frame, okay? What we're seeing today is the 1 hour quite a lot, and even if I go back to previous moves on this chart, you'll probably see it in the other direction. But wait for where you put in like a wick initially, and then you've got that move up, and then what happens, you create this little gap. So imbalances, single prints, fair value gap, whatever it is you want to call it, it's all the same stuff. Then you're testing into this, and this actually, so using the 0.5 of something like this can be really, really useful. So similar to what you do on an order block, but with this, you've got this little gap that's created. 0.5 becomes a really good level to be looking at. Because you've had that deviation, that can be used as an invalidation. And then you can be targeting an entry here with an invalidation at the lows. And then you're essentially looking for price to reverse. So you'd have something along these lines, getting around the 0.5. You'd want to take profit fairly quickly on that. But then because you're trading a range, you can essentially trade it all the way back up. And you see instances of this quite often. I mean, even up on at this high here, you can see from here the first real like color changing candle you get from that rejection. You've got this, and that's like the first point in which stops could be placed. And it's like when you've changed market structure like this, then you're looking for the short positions, and you can continue to trade that down. So this sweep here, I know it's a little bit different, but in a way kind of similar to what we're seeing here. It's just like, yeah, just pick a time frame and chart it like that. So I'll see if there's other things on the 1 hour that's giving opportunities like this, because anything that's still within this range, so maybe stuff that's still down a little bit more today, that can be struggling, but look, loads of it. Pepe's done the same thing. You're getting these just local, see? So there's Pepe with a similar one. No, stuff with volume. Big time, nothing. Well, the big time's just taken out this low, that's kind of nice. Doge. Yeah, similar. Dot. Same thing. Because what you get when you see this is if you're then trading on if you're trading the lower time frames, which is a bit of a danger sometimes, because you get these little fake outs, but ultimately downtrend, 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 downtrend. And then you're kind of changing that. There's a high, which took a low, you're breaking above. Not big moves right now, but there's certainly little things out there which can give some confidence for long positions. Yeah, the 1 hour and the 4 hours looking quite nice rolls. EOS, look, take out like 3 lows. Yeah. Pig, you gotta go. Oh yeah, Root and Honk. Root. Let's have a look at Root. So this for me is still spot. But Root was one that was recommended on last week by Odinson. So member of the crew, we've got nice confluence here. Okay, that anchored VWAP, golden pocket, holding really, really well. Is this gonna, yeah, so you got this point of control around here too. Root, I'm feeling pretty bullish on. And then do we show Honk? What's going on with Honk? I have to show Honk on deck screener. But Honk was quite funny. So anyone who's in the crew will know we got involved on the first day of launch of this Honk project, right? So on the very, very, very first day, and bought Honk when it was down here. Okay, just after it launched in this afternoon, I was like, this is funny. We were talking about it on the voice channel chat and everything. And then since buying it, it did this like 20x move. So it went from, I think it was around about $200,000 market cap. It went all the way up to a $3 million or $4 million market cap afterwards. So that was a really good just degen play. And it's come right back down almost to where it started, and it's starting to just flatten out. So this could be possibly a meme, one of those meme coins to be watching for the future. It already kind of did its job. If it goes to 0 at this point now, then that's fine. But yeah, a fun one. The website's also hilarious. I'm going to show you the website on this. Hold on. I got to do the music. I had all the music. Everyone buy Honk. Enough of that. Alright, we'll just listen to the Honk music in the background. I've just realised as well that throughout this whole stream, I've had my music playing in the background, and I've had the input source completely muted. So, okay, Honk's done. Back to the normal music. Tika, please never do that again. Have you been looking at AI, right? What AI? There's like so many AI tokens now. But yeah, I have been looking at certain AI tokens for sure. AIX is one I like. So I hold some of this one. So do your Honk position. No, you gotta buy more Honk. AIRI. Let's have a look at AIRI. Oh, what? This is this. Air right. No. Oh, right. This one. Problem is, this isn't going to be AI, is it? Because it's... Surely this is just something else that's rebranded just to go on AI hype to try and give themselves a new thing. Because if this has been around since 2021, unless they were like massively ahead of the curve. AIRI. What is it? The future of generative AI. I mean, I guess it came out around the same time. How long's Render been around? Okay, yeah, there's decent AI plays that are that old. So yeah, maybe. I personally wouldn't be interested in it. The fact that it's not on an exchange and it's over 2 years old now, it's not one for me. But again, I'm just having very quick looks at these. This Optimus is another AI one. This is the Elon Tesla robot. So Optimus is another AI play. I'm also in like just AI, the C3 AI ticker on so I've been speaking about this. So if anyone likes the stonky stonks, I know they're a bit of like a joke in the whole AI sector, this company, but chart looks kind of good. See what happens with it. I bought some of this stock a while back. So yeah, there's certainly some plays within AI that I'm looking at. This VRD I think is an AI one as well, I believe. ICP, USDT, please, yes. ICP. Oh my god. Well, that trade went... I mean, actually, no, that trade did very well. It did work. But since then... Wow. I mean, that's a pretty wild run that this has been on. If the market remains bullish, then you expect higher prices, and this is what like everything is. But one of those is just hard to chart. There's conditions still aren't like, and this is what we've been speaking about again. Like we're still, everything's still just in that just mad repricing stage where it's come out of an accumulation for a year and a half long, and to try and fade that, to try and fade something that's been 18 months in accumulation after it's just broken out would be like potentially just suicidal, because you could just get so wrecked. However, right, it's up within the space of a month or so 300%. So we're in this like really just ridiculous part of the market now where there aren't really any ranges that are formed. We're still so early on into any possible reaccumulation phase. Like this pumped, I mean, over the weekend, right? And now it's just starting to settle down. So you'll have a nice little range to trade here. The issue that you've got now is that you've had high, low, lower, high, lower, low. So do you look to continue to play that? You just have to look at a range, see if this can start to do this. You're not really being like managing to break back into value area at this stage. So you've got to look for extremes. If price can come up towards where you've got clear supply, clear resistance, then by all means starts to look okay for a short. Where you've got volume, if it can't break through here, there's not a lot with structure. I mean, yeah, unless you get back above back inside value and back above what was this support previously, because it can't break back into this at the moment. You've got this area of support here. Whoops. Unable to break through that so far. Although I would imagine it probably will break through that. Yeah, something like this. If I was holding ICP, I wouldn't sell it, but I certainly wouldn't buy it now. It's one like everything's in that, like, unless you're already positioned in something, there's not a huge amount that you can really do here on this. You just got to wait it out, because there's absolutely nothing being invalidated to say, or like, okay, yeah, this can just be right. It's made a lower high, it's made a lower low. But how many things have done that and then gone on another leg higher? So you're just looking at consolidation, contraction. Start to, whoa, that was a very badly drawn line. I can't draw lines properly when I'm walking on a treadmill. Start to form some kind of consolidation, right? You get the idea. This is just going to chill for a while, I would say. Chills out. It's holding above that resistance it had previously. And as long as the market says, okay, you're looking for another high here. I guess this is similar to tier. Yeah, because how many times did we say this about tier? When it had that first big move up. And if you'd sold too early, when it did this first like correction. So tier had this correction, it made a lower low, taking out this one. A lot of people, I think, getting stopped out of that phase, at that stage, and then you just go through consolidation, contraction, and then it breaks out and goes to new highs again. So probably looking at something similar on ICP. You did it again down here, and you're possibly doing it again here. What I'm really interested in is stuff that's down a lot. What's your target for Woo? Well, at the very least $1. Woo's a position I am going to hold for the entire cycle. So see where it ends up in 2024, towards the end of 2024. But I will not sell this. It's just a position trade. It's just see what happens to it. The thing with Woo, right, is that, I mean, yeah, it must be, but maybe spot is earlier. Woo tether. So you got a previous all-time high that's all the way up here, right? $1.80, and no one knew what Woo was back then. And the fact that they've grown as an exchange and they've grown as a business and they've improved every single thing to do with the business. There's so many exchanges out there that have become worse, right? Binance closed off to a bunch of territories. Bybit just closed off everywhere, basically. BitGet, absolute trash. FTX no longer exists. What other exchanges are there? BingX closing to many territories. How many more exchanges? MEXC closing to some exchanges, starting to introduce KYC. KuCoin starting to introduce KYC. So the fact that WooX from day one was KYC and they're still open in places and they're actually serious and they're looking at IPO, they're looking at all of these kind of things. There's discussions about stuff I shouldn't say on a live stream, but there's a lot of stuff going on with the exchange, and they are going to be, I would say, the main competitor to Binance for the next cycle. I'm quite confident in that, and they're doing everything right for the industry rather than all of this B-book stuff and everything like that. Yeah, Woo will break its all-time high. I am so confident about that. Like, yeah, so to even think about where this is going to go when it's at 40 cents, when I have as much high conviction in this going to, I mean, $1 is bearish. Like, this is going to go $2, $3, $5. Yeah, I'm very, very confident that this is going to be at those prices. So I've got a nice bag of Woo, and I don't care what happens to it. So it's going higher because I believe in what they're doing as an exchange, and I think they're good for the industry. You should hold cocky new as well. Yeah, I know. I like it because it's like it's inu. It's cock inu. It's like cock in you, which I don't want that, but what one is it? It's just they don't have a chart, do they? Cock. Oh, they do. Trader Joe. What is Trader Joe? The problem with cock... Oh my god. Oh. Is this real? Have they rugged? Has cock in you rugged? Or have they just like got away from BNB? Are they on like... I don't know. Have they rugged? They surely haven't rugged. What's the ticker for this thing? Cock in you. Okay, there we go. There it is. Yeah, I think I probably will get some of this. I think I'll get some cock in you. I think I'll get... Oh my god. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some cock in you. Anything that makes me laugh. Hippo made me laugh. It went terribly. We'll see if we can get it back, but Yeah. If anyone wants to get some cock in you, then buy some cock. The KuCoin chart is a few hours old. It's not relevant. Oh man, doesn't know. Okay, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna do it because it's probably up massively already. Cock in you is up. The cock. Ignore. You can never have enough cock in you. That is very true. If you are of that something. All right, this stream is getting degenerate, which it always does. I've been live for an hour. There's very, very little to talk about today. LUNC looks good. Just putting it out there. Like, LUNC looks good. CRV. Ooh, okay. So that's a nice looking dumpy candle. That is a nice dumpy looking candle. So this broke. I'm gonna do an anchor view up again from here. Okay, nice. 4-hour MAs. So this is our daily 50 EMA daily holding. Lost the 21 straight down to the daily anchor view up holding. Yeah, CRV does look very, very good. Now, the other thing with CRV, it's probably because this would be a position play, you've got to also like CRV. I think that plays a big part in it. So although for me the chart looks good, I don't think CRV is like something that looks maybe interesting enough for me to trade as a position trade. But if there's something on the lower time frames that's screaming out for attention, like maybe taking out these couple of lows here, then so there's a little OB, you flip it there. So if this drops, takes out these lows, comes close to giving you an invalidation down here, the thing is, I don't think there's longs that can be played here, but the macro, you've got to be aware of the macro as well. And Bitcoin isn't filling me with confidence that a lot of stuff's going to make new highs. So, because this has dropped more than, let's say, Bitcoin has today, I reckon we could get more lows on these trades, because if BTC does decide that it wants to drop some more, then okay, you've had underperformance against Bitcoin today from CRV, but if it can hold up relatively well, let's say if Bitcoin comes and makes another low, and like a more significant low, and this just does an SFP of local lows, at that point that's when I'd be a bit more bullish on this. So the macro isn't filling me with confidence to take longs from internals like this with using today's low as an invalidation, just because I'm not really seeing this being enough at this stage. This has just hit the point of control, right? We've just hit the POC. So if anyone's just gone short, that must be the POC. Close enough. you've had an S&P of the New York, yeah, from the highs from the start of the New York session. Let's see if that can go, but yeah, as a bounce, from what we've seen from just like literally just took out the lows and didn't even do this in every exchange. So this was the trade I was talking about in the video update. You're up over 3% from what essentially was only a scalp trade. I was only really looking at this to do, I mean, I drew it like exactly like this. If I show my plan for Bitcoin earlier, and we line this up on here on a 4-hour chart, because I mean we were looking for this. So move back up. Oh, where is it gone? It's over here. It's way too like, how do you like squash it in more? That. Something around here. There you go. Something like that, yeah? You get the idea. Yeah, could still go lower. We're aware that there's probably better support below us. This is a point of control. Flip that. Okay, fine. Go to new highs again. Looks good. I'll hold what I've got. But you can see. We'll see. And you're right at the point of control. So if you're trading this now, it's just fiddling in the middle. You've not taken out lows. It's not come low enough for me to really get greedy on long positions. It's certainly not gone high enough for me to look to like actively short this. It's just where there is opportunities, then that's the kind of thing you can be looking for. If this does start to drop, look for this ETH BTC to bounce. I think we probably see that ETH BTC is green again tomorrow, because that's quite a nice move down that it's had today from the move that Bitcoin's had. Yeah. And then we've got to remember that there is likely going to be more correction, at least short-term correction, when all-time high happens on the S&P 500, because we've already had it on the NASDAQ. So be aware that there's, I think it's likely that we've got a bit more downside. I don't think support's far away. I think we just need one more move down, and then we're looking real nice. But yeah. Ed went back. Nobody buy that. I think, come on, a meme coin's done. I think Honk was the extent of my stupidity. We'll see how that goes. KDA. Okay, this is the last chart, unless someone posts something that's worth me looking at, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Man. I don't like how it broke and back tests and then came up again and it's already all the way back down again. Ugh. What's the significance to that? like on the higher time frames, these moves are all so tiny that you can't. But that's a big rejection. I don't know why that rejected so much from that high, what the significance of that high was. But it's, yeah, to retrace the entire thing. Everything's at the damn point of control, man. Yeah. Weird one. I still think there's a bit more downside. This is not a bottomy type of bounce on most stuff. Like Bitcoin, ETH, a lot of those kind of things. I think we see the BTC pairs recovering a bit tomorrow, but it doesn't look like a bottomy bounce. Could be wrong. If everything gets through the POC, fine, but not a big bottom bounce for me. Render. That's a weird chart on Render. Where's my like actual, the last trade I took on Render? I've got a proper chart on this somewhere. So I don't know where it is. But again, Render's another one. I like it long term. I think that I think for a lot of things we're seeing, like, there's going to be a rotation into something else. But whilst it's holding an uptrend, then fine. You've just got to be looking at moving averages. Here's a little like thing, moving averages, anchored VWAPs. Still way extended beyond the anchored VWAPs, so it can still correct down to $3.20 or something and be very bullish. 21 daily EMAs holding, the 50s down here. I've got Render spot, yeah. That was the one I bought in the middle of November. Spot, and this is the thing, spot bags, I'm not, when I'm up. Where was the range? Render, there's a chart that I've got on Render somewhere of where I bought this thing. And I don't know where it is. Is it the Woo? Is it on Woo? Okay, yeah, it was back here. So yeah, so you see what it's done previously. And when you're looking at trending moves and using the EMAs, I think that the drop we've had down is significant. And I don't know if it's like making new highs straight away, but this is the kind of thing, you allow these moving averages to move up, then you're looking at taking out the lows that we put in today at some point soon. I'm not feeling that these, I repeat this, it's just the same thing on every single chart. I don't feel that the low from today is going to hold. But everything still remains in a big uptrend. So you wait for more blood. Yeah? There needs to just be a bit more. Right now, I don't see... This isn't enough of a dip for me. I buy the dip. I regularly and will buy the dip. But I want worse. I want more fear on this occasion. I think to be going back in, because everything's crazy up. Whereas previously Bitcoin was looking very healthy. It was accelerating. Everything was looking absolutely fine here. but now you've lost momentum. Like, that's a fact. Like, momentum is gone at this stage, and I do think we see a period of consolidation, and that consolidation I do believe can take us below 40k and still be incredibly bullish. Okay, 38 to 40k, absolutely fine, but a range that is just less, yeah, just a bit more measured. Okay, we're going into trading a range now. We're not going to be making continuous higher highs on everything all the time. I think these lows will get taken at some point. I think we're probably going to find that we end up settling down here, 38k for a while, and that's when I want to buy. That's my plan, is just to allow this to do its thing. We might go and take the highs again and then get the drop later. That's absolutely fine with me if we do it that way, because then you can look for shorts, because I do think this is slowing down, and we're certainly not looking at a scenario where we end up taking highs and just going boom, 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 boom constantly again. I think we have a range to trade now, and I'm very happy to just trade it as that. So, like, less expectation on parabolic runs, more expectation on just trading a range and just allowing that to happen. But where we are at the moment, we're fiddling in the middle on just about everything, and there's, yeah, just stay patient. All right, it's holiday season, books are thin, there's going to be weird moves. This is nowhere near enough fear. Okay, another day like this from this point could give you that fear, or you wait for euphoria again and you short it. We just got to wait for fear or euphoria. Right now we've got boredom, and boredom is not a good place to trade, because if you're trading in boredom, then you're going to get wiped out on both sides, because the only reason to trade this is if you're bored. There's a real lack of setups. So Pyth's a spot hold. I think it's absolutely, yeah, it's coming right back to where it started. I got fortunate with Pyth buying it very early on, and you're coming back into where it started. So loads of stuff's done this. Loads and loads and loads of stuff does this. Look at anything that like launches new. Look at fucking Casper. Just relax, chill. All right, look, Casper after it launched, down, like, you could have bought Casper in the first couple of days, been down 70% for over a month, and then you make like a $250 million off of the run that it has for a whole year after that. So if you're in good projects, it just doesn't matter where you're getting in right now. Like, everything is so low still compared to what it's going to be next year. All right, if you're here in crypto now, you're going to make money. Just don't lose it before you get to that stage. Like, it's just as simple as that. If you're holding spot positions and they're underwater, it doesn't matter. All right, it's not, because you shouldn't be risking too much. Like, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And wait, oh my God, GMT. Hold on. Because GMT looks fresh. Does it look fresh? Very quick look. I've got bloody moving averages on my chart. Scrappy. Yeah, nothing looks like it's putting a low today. That's not a bottomy bounce. Look for SFPs of local lows. Thank you, everybody. See you very soon. Bye.